Does your camera footage look like this? What if I told you it's a snap to make it look this good? I'll teach you how using lookup tables. Stick around. What's happening, guys? This is Jason from Overcast TV. Today I'm going to show you how to use lookup tables, or LUTs, to color correct footage. Now, a number of different ways you can use these things. You've commonly seen it used in Hollywood films. That's how they make the whole film look like it was shot in one place, or sometimes you've seen it used to implicate different settings within a film, etc. Really, it just can kind of help set the tone, and creatively used, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. For example, you're looking at use of a lookup table right now. I have this background here that's just a dark black background, and I'm wearing a black shirt and a black hat, and I have set a lookup table on it so that it sets me apart from the background. A number of different ways that you can use it. For the instance of this tutorial, I want to show you guys how to artistically use them, and then how you can use it to tune your camera footage. And I just wanted to give a shout out to my man Andrew over at Front Load Media for supplying me with a bunch of the lookup tables that I'm going to be using in this tutorial. More information on that in the comments down below, so be sure to check that out. But let's go ahead and get into it. So you can see here I've got my camera group, and I'm going to bring up my filters because I've already pre-selected a number of them to more easily illustrate what we're going to be doing here. Right now you can see that it's kind of like almost like a reddish gray. So if I go ahead and activate this Pro Tune, you can see that it will turn all of the blacks really dark black, increase the contrast a little bit. And so another thing I do want to show you is with these lookup tables, you can actually kind of blend them. So as a producer, if you're used to a wet dry signal with your effects sends or compression, etc., it's kind of like that. So you can get in and kind of really customize the look of the footage so that it really sits well in the scene. And then, creatively used, you can do all kinds of things with it. So you can kind of color grade it. So if you see here, I'm kind of pink where I fit in with the background there. You can super posterize it. You can do things like turning into like a rainbow color grade, turning it all into a tritone pattern like this to color code me in with the pink from the overcast. You can blow out the contrast pretty significantly like this, or you can even go crazy and turn into a full-on X-Men. So I've got like the Colossus or Silver Surfer skin maybe. So as you can see, a number of different things, but for the next thing that I'm going to show you guys, what we're going to do is use this purple, this lime, and this cyan to color the background elements. So I'm going to show you how you can apply that to other things that are not just your camera. Without further ado, let me go ahead and close this out, and we will start a new scene. So going down to our new scenes, before we do that, since I'm going to use those filters, I'm going to right click my camera group. I'm going to copy it. I'll set the new scene and we'll call it LUT Madness. We'll go ahead and paste that in. I'm going to go ahead and lock it into place so it hides the borders. And now you can see I'm here, and again, same sort of thing. So just to kind of give you guys an example of what you would have to do to actually set the color without any of it. So you can see I'm just sitting right there in front of the green screen. If you followed my other tutorials about how to actually key out the background on a green screen, you'll see why I've got the color correction with it all blown out on the contrast and the saturation. Then the keying to take that out. Then I do some color correction so that I'm not quite so glowing. And then I apply that lookup table. And you see that makes me fit nice in there. So that does take some messing with. So if you watch my other tutorial on how to use cameras in OBS, that'll kind of give you an idea. But setting the LUT on it the last minute, kind of just sets the overall tone, makes it a little bit easier to kind of tune up your camera. So we've got that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and collapse that layer. And then the next thing I want to do is add a new media source. I'm going to add one of my existing ones. I believe I've got one called Big Cube. Yeah, great. So here is my cube. I'm going to go ahead and stretch that so it snaps to the canvas. Open up my filters, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a Luma key. Tell it OK. And if you followed my other tutorials, you just kind of slide up the Luma minimum and the smoothing. Make it transparent, looks good. Let's go ahead and put that behind me. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and open up my filters, and I wanna right click and copy this purple one. Close it out, go back to the big cube. I'm gonna put this thing in a group so that it doesn't affect all of them when I do this. And go ahead and collapse that group. Right click, open the filters, go in here and paste it. Go ahead and turn that on, and it'll turn everything nice and glowy purple. So pretty cool. I'm just going to go ahead and repeat that process. Same thing, click plus, add a media source, existing, big cube. Okay. And on this one, I did notice that I've actually already got in my filters a scaling aspect ratio in there. So let me go ahead and add another one of those real quick, because I do want to turn that off. And this one, I want to actually just scale straight to the canvas size. And you can see you can start to get some cool effects. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this group. Paste the duplicate, not the reference, because I want to be able to modify it. And this one, we'll go in and transform, and I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. We'll unlock these other two. And now this one, open up the filters. Oops. Turn off that purple. Drag this guy up in there so it snaps to the other corner. There we go. And then this one, I'll go back to my camera, open the filter. I'm gonna get that line. Copy that. Close it. And I do want that under the camera. Open up the filters on this. Right click, paste it, and then turn on the line. Okay, close it out, lock that layer in place. And just like that, so now you can see I've got 3 layers, very little work, and I've made a much more complex scene. And so creative use of these lookup tables and creative use of any sort of color correction and a little bit of luma keying, and you can make really complex VJ backgrounds that happen synced right up to your music. If you are interested in the graphics in this video, again, if you're interested in the lookup tables, shout out Front Load Media. Check down in the description for links to that. I believe he's got some freebie giveaways on there, and there is also a discount code down there for you guys below. And then if you are interested in any of these tempo sync VJ visuals for your live stream, head over to overcast.tv. Of course, follow me at Overcast TV on Instagram, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if you want to know anything else about OBS. Let me know what you want to learn so that I can make a video and teach you. This is Jason from Overcast TV. I'll see you next time. Till then, see you online.